Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Friday. We did close the week. Oh my god, it's already the 5th of December. Um we have about for me, next week I think I'm on vacation or no. I don't know. Well, no, next week I'm trading and then probably the week after that I'll trade half the week and then we're on vacation, but I just want to catch up with you guys. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. It's definitely getting colder. I feel it in my house. um, uh, but thank God for the creation of heat, hot air, etc. Right? It's crazy. Okay. Anyways, so today the video before I start, it's gonna be about gratefulness and God. So this world, it's made up so many temptations. Oh my God. Um, whether it be all the I'm Muslim, so all the haram stuff, right? Drinking, smoking, partying, uh, taking advantage, doing the wrong stuff for money, right? Um, not really being really you're just focused on short term, right? Whenever someone wants to make easy money, whenever someone wants the easy way, right? You're looking for short term, get rich, easy, whatever, right? Whatever, or like short term fulfillment or anything along the lines, right? But the problem is the short term lasting? Is it teaching you something? Is it making you better as a person? Um, So that's a very important topic, and that's what some people need to realize. Yes, the short term. Would I appreciate? Sorry, if I got to $1 million in a day, right? Would that make me really appreciate it? Would I learn anything from getting the $1 million? No, right? Because what would happen when you get the $1 million? You're gonna spend it, and maybe a year or two down the line, you're like back where you started, right? So you didn't do anything right, and um, that's why things just don't should never be handed to you, because once you get it, if you didn't work for it, then you don't know how to handle it, right? Um, and this is very important for people that when you're not grateful, when you're not practicing mindfulness, you become uh, instant gratification chaser, or just chase the worldly possessions and how you can just survive in the moment rather than thinking, where is what I'm doing right now? How can it lead me somewhere in the next year? I don't need to make the $1 million right now, but how can I work towards something that will make me $1 million, right? And building something sustainable, right, rather than quick, right? And that's something that people need to understand in this generation, right? Um, you're going to college for 4 years to make $80,000, but not even like 70, 80, right? Whatever. I'll just say 80 because to be nice, right? Now, you put 4 years of your life into making that, right? So you and this goes especially now, right? The job market is even harder than ever. So even if you do the 4 years, you're not getting a job, right? So that's where, um, but at the beginning of college, you're like, if I do this for 4 years, right, I'll get this job, but right, and so you're not really seeking instant gratification, especially when you go to college, right? Because you're like, I need this degree first, right? So put it like that. That's what life tries to teach you, right? But we don't put it in our heads like that. And this applies to everything, right? And for example, if you, during college, um, college is just like a platform, right? But it's also like what you learn within college, right? So you can just complete the 4 years, but you could end up as an empty shell, right? So same thing, right? You could put 4 or 5 years into trading and you could still come up with nothing, right? And it's very important that you build something sustainable and you build the layers to the shell, right? Um, before you reach, before you graduate, right? Before you start entering trades or putting real money in, right? It's important that you build the layers within the shell, right? And I hope you guys are staying with me. But to build the layers, right, you need to practice gratitude, and you need to have the number one thing that's important is God. Um, I truly wasn't as close to God before beginning of this year, um, and oh my God, guys, I found out how God really impacted me. And even when I wasn't like praying 5 times a day, I still, the values bestowed on me and teachings of my creator were still instilled. So that built several layers to me as a person, and that's where it led me to where I am today. Compared to someone that doesn't have grounding things, that don't have stability, that didn't put the work in and just is outer shell, right? The outer shell meaning, yeah, you could have made it to 22, 21, 22, 23 years, but it doesn't mean anything unless like you built something, you built the outer layers, right? Um, so that's very important. And essentially I'm just saying you have to build yourself. And the end goal is not the goal, right? It's about how you build yourself while getting to the end goal. Oh my God, I yap so much, that took me 6 minutes to get there. Oh my God. Okay. But I just also want to instill how much God can like just make you a better you. Literally, there's nothing better than God. And it's universal, right? Everyone there's nothing like that can be debated why God said some things, right? Because they're all true, right? What is smoking and drinking gonna get you? It's only poison, right? Um, and then like how you treat your parents, how you treat others, how you are in your own life. You're like there's not someone that can say that, oh, these teachings they make me a worse person, right? uh, Worser person or worse person. I don't know the word to say, but yeah, there's no one that can say that, right? um, and it's just a guide to life, right? I've compared or I've seen how people with similar, because guys, we all grew up with trauma, right? So I've seen people who were deep rooted in God, and even if they prayed 5 times a day or did stuff, right? It all matters about how deeply God is in your life and your belief and your how strong your conviction is, right? So how strong your pull is, right? So um, that's what throughout everything, it's what stabilized me, it's who made me today, and I'm grateful. I'm working on um, a venture of mine that can potentially be worth, not even worth, but just can help people, right? And then also my trading, which I'm super blessed for, and that gives me the stepping stone to do everything, right? To provide for myself, etc., everyone around, live a life that I'm comfortable. I don't have to worry about money, and I do owe it to God because I've literally seen people from trauma, and what the problem was, they didn't have a strong conviction towards God or their creator, right? And when you when you are in the trauma, you don't have any guide. You don't have, you feel like you are lost, right? So when you don't have that, your brain is gonna just automatically go and uh, define you basically because you have no guide, right? So it can cause so many other negatives, like you becoming a person that ultimately fails in society because you are creating things for yourself, like illusions for yourself, because that's how you were taught to deal with the trauma instead of stabilizing yourself, grounding yourself. And yeah, so guys, my point is, even in hardship, you need some, even in hardship and success, right? You need something to stabilize you, because we are human, and if we don't have that, we're in our heads. We're just gonna make up a reality, envision things, make up stories, etc. And that's not gonna get you far in life, because yeah, you have the outer shell, right? But you had no self development. You had no growth. You were just living in your reality, which is 99% not true, okay? So, yeah, like for example, correlating back, you could do college for 4 years, right? But if you just half assed your way out of it, like through it, you didn't do anything meaningful, like you just created a fake reality that you finished college when you didn't even get the college, what people gain out of college, which is growth, which is internships, which is experience, which is knowledge, connections, whatever. And you didn't get that, and you just created a fake reality. Yeah, I'm successful because I did college. No, you are not successful. That's a fake reality, guys. How can you be successful if you have nothing to show for it? um, and and a lot of people, okay, so I can also give another example. People love spending money, and that is their idea of success, right? So what they'll do is they'll spend large amounts of money, and they'll think, oh, I need to have the nicest things, etc., and that measures success, etc. But again, you are just an empty shell. Like, that success means, that flaunting means nothing, because what do you have to show for it? When you talk with another high capable individual, right, or high value person, and you're like, oh my god, I got a $5,000 bag, um, and then you probably connect, right, initially, right, but then you get to talk with that person, and you're like, oh hell no, get me 10 feet away, 10-foot pole, like right now, I need a 10-foot pole right now, okay? So people don't realize, but you need to build yourself, and that will be through God, and um, not getting too caught up in this world, right? And living for a higher purpose, living for a purpose, and then there's a higher purpose, right? And not essentially being delusional. Some people need a reality check, right? People come into the markets every day, they lose money every day, because guess what? They're delusional. They think they can just spend a couple minutes and like guess where the stock is going, etc., and it'll go. Like, no, like, come on. Like, it takes years to get to this point, and that's through self-growth, commitment, discipline, all the above, right? So I encourage you guys, literally, if you are not where you are, if you are not where you want to be, take 20 steps back. Reevaluate yourself, your mind, all the things that have led you to today. See, like, be brutally honest with yourself. Be like, is it my ignorance? Is it my attitude? Is it my mindset? Is it my fear? Is it my avoidant tendencies? Is it my ego? Is it all this? All this you need to figure out. And then I promise, once you do, your life will literally do a 180, okay? And that's when really everything will shift, and God will start opening the doors for you, start showing you, keep guiding you, because at the end of the day, everything's written for us, right? We're just following the path, right? But God only reveals it if he feels you're worthy for it, right? So you need to show God that you are worthy and that you deserve it, right? And then that will happen. So once you have that mindset, your life will shift 180, and you're gonna start just excelling in life, and that's the best way to put it. And you're going to you're basically conquering yourself, and that's not easy. That's not for the weak-minded. And I know if you're watching this video and you made it to you're not weak-minded, okay? Like, I can just tell, and trust me, I'm a really good people like knower, thinker, whatever, what do you call it, people knower. So if you made it this far, I know you guys have it in you, and I know you guys are trying, but you just have to find God and stop seeking so much gratification. Oh my God, stop being a child, grow up, stop being a victim, and you'll see how good your life changes for you. And come back to this video and tell me that I'm right, because I am. But guys, everyone has so much potential. Oh my God, even a crackhead can possibly be a comedian, bro. Imagine all the life stories the guy has. Bro's on the streets, he sees stuff every day. So imagine a comedian that's living in a penthouse, how much stories a crackhead would have, right? Everyone has potential, and it's all about positioning, perspective, and your willingness to become layered, become sophisticated, become knowledgeable, become attentive, become in the moment, become aware, and being honest with yourself. And yeah, so for today, we're gonna get in the video now, but for today, I'm tired, but today I didn't trade at all, essentially because I was just looking for the bigger structure on Friday. I typically end early today because I have to go prayer. But we did have a good bounce from pink right here. So all we need to see is left shoulder here, head here, same thing right here. And we need to see some good microstructure to enter of pink, right? And then target these levels up here, right? So let's see what happens on Monday. But it looks, as long as we hold this pink right here at like 684, 684ish, 684 right here, right? We should be good. And literally don't short it. Like, I don't know what else to say. Don't short it yet. You need to at least wait for left shoulder, head that beautifully formed, and then this right shoulder right here, and this right shoulder right here of teal, and then close this inverse cup all the way right here, right? So pretty good trade to be taken if we are headed down. But I told you guys, literally from beginning of this week, look at this beautiful left shoulder that formed, the head that can form on Monday, and then on later next week, right? Then close this inverse cup, beautiful cup right here, and then handle right here, and then beautiful drop all the way down. So it's from 680 to, so basically an 80-90 point move is possible, right guys? So literally that's probably gonna be a big move if that happens next week, right? But of course we can still keep finding safety right here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We need to see the bounce off of yellow and then keep pushing up, right? This buying channel, I'm gonna, so yeah, pretty simple. Because we were up so much from yesterday, I just decided to chill, But oh my God, it's gonna be a 20-minute video. But I love you guys. I know you guys can do it. Drop in the comments or just message me on Insta, if you want to talk more. And I will try my best to help. And I will see you guys on Monday. See ya.